coxswains that almost have a tear in their eye when they have to go out when it's below freezing.
All right, we got it. Look, right here, 1,000 meters. We have a lineup right across. Really good race coming down. This is the men's Frosh Novice 4 Petite Final. We got Milwaukee, lane 1, Bowdoin, lane 2, Delaware, lane 3, Penn State, lane 4, Case in lane 5, and Clemson in lane 6.
We've got Clemson in lane 6 with the early lead. Again, the conditions, as odd as it may seem, seem to have improved. It's not quite as windy. There's not much chop on the river at all right now. What wind we do have is a quartering tail.
Honestly, I think the rain itself is just kind of beating the water down and keeping it flat. You know, you can see some wind out there, but the water is really staying very, very calm.
It's almost impossible to accurately predict the weather. And we're sort of finding this out, but it was predicted to do what it's doing, and it's doing it. So we're looking at the crews. As Brad mentioned, they're tightly bunched together with Clemson way out in lane 6 with the early lead.
I think you need to take a look here, Bill, at Milwaukee, lane 1 and Bowdoin. Those two inside lanes, that's lane 1 and lane 2. They seem to be leading the rest of the field.
Yes, you're right. There's a big change that took place from the bridge to the 500 meter to go.
Yeah, so there I can't tell you if Milwaukee is the lead or Bowdoin. They're side by side. I give the advantage to Milwaukee.
Well, it looks like Milwaukee in lane 1 to lane 2, Bowdoin. Then you would have to go right out to Penn State. I think it has a slight lead over Delaware, and then Delaware has the lead over Clemson. How strange is that? Well, it's not really that odd for a crew to go through the bridge for the first 1,000 meter to be in front and fall behind.
Yeah, Milwaukee is at a rate of striking of 34 as they go in under the cable here, and it's going to be quite a battle here between them and Bowdoin.
Well, it looks like Bowdoin. Well, Milwaukee's taking it up a little, but Bowdoin does have about a half a length lead. But that lead won't last long. Just a couple of more aggressive strokes and Milwaukee could cut into it. But Bowdoin's rowing really solid, fluid, not really taking it up too much. Every other stroke, the stroke man's looking over at Milwaukee School of Engineering and feels very comfortable with where they're at.
You've got Delaware really challenging for third with the outside lane Case. It's going to be one of those two for the third place.
And then Penn State is in the 5th spot, followed by Clemson, the early leader of the race.
Absolute photo finish there for third place between Delaware and Case. You got to watch the line here. Too close to call unofficially.